Welcome back. It's been a while since I've done a video. So, I actually haven't done very much on the model for a while. So, still pretty much working away at the engine. It's going to be getting closer. What I've just up to now is just taking off the some of the pipes that come out of the magneto, essentially the ignition system of the engine. So I've got a couple of pipes that I've just taken out, and I'm just using the scalpel just to get a bit of initial trimming of the pipe. Trying not to break it, actually. It's pretty tricky. Yeah, just trimming it with the knife first, because the clippers didn't take off all the plastic, so just trimming a bit there. Don't know if you can see this, I'm not quite sure, I can't see the camera, whether it's getting any of this in shot. Then I'll just get one of my sanding boards and give it a bit of a sand. The 600 one. A little bit of a sand there as well. Now, I'm debating whether or not I paint this first before I put it on, but I think I will. I've kind of been painting my components before gluing them in place. And I've seen in a lot of videos that people sort of glue everything together and then paint it all at once. And I can certainly see the benefit in doing that, because when you glue everything together, you've got glue and, you know, imperfections and what have you, which you can kind of iron out before you get into the whole painting. Whereas if you paint it first and then stick it together, you get the glue mixes with the paint and kind of creates an imperfection, which is undesirable. Okay, so that's kind of sanded these little fellas down. Now, just to give you an idea, let's see if that's in shot, where these go. Yeah, it's not too bad. Where these go, you've got engine like so, magneto here. This longer one here goes on, where are we? Sort of around that way. It kind of goes in here. Oof. Oh wow, alright. This part, oh, pretty fiddly. So I think I will definitely paint this first before gluing it in, and then just kind of do touch-ups around the points where it's glued in. Yeah, okay, I gotcha. That goes in there. And then it goes in there. So you can kind of see it fits in that part there. Again, always good to do a dry fit, just to make sure, because sometimes the instructions can be incorrect. Not always, but sometimes they can be incorrect, and it's good to know exactly where and how things fit together first before you go gluing them in. Just give that a little bit more of a trim with the knife. And then this one, it's got that part actually goes at the top. And this one goes in here. goes in. Oh. Alright, where are we? Okay, come on. This bit goes in there. Yeah, I can see how this goes. And then this bit goes in here. There we are. Oh, it just fell out. But that's fine. I can kind of see how that's gonna. Oh, shit. I can see how that's gonna fit in. Just a little bit more trimming at this top part. Yeah. So there we go. We've got those pipes going to go in. Now I'm going to paint that first before gluing it in because it's going to be pretty fiddly to. Although, you know what? I'm almost half inclined just to glue the thing in and be done with it, and then paint it. I haven't given it an undercoat, but I don't think it really needs it. So, all right, what I'll do is I will actually glue these in first because I reckon I can paint that up. And if I do get a bit on there, then I'll just repaint it with some black. So I'm just going to use some of the ultra thin. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, anyway, let's see if we can zoom in there. Oh man. Where is the... Okay, so if I kind of do it here. Alright, yeah, so if I kind of do the work here. I don't know if that's going to go out of focus. Anyway. And then just put a little bit of dabbing that in there. A little bit of that again. Oof. See, that's the trouble with that is it runs. That is the one issue with this super thin stuff. It will run. It's not too bad. I mean, it just looks like oil. Oily engine. Look. A little dab of that in there. You don't need much because it's not like there's a lot of pressure or support required on this particular component. And I reckon that's going to be enough glue to hold that pipe in place pretty convincingly. And then we do the other side. So if I can... Let's see, is that still in? Oh yeah, you can pretty much see that. So bear in mind as well, there's still going to be a fair bit of weathering I got to do on this thing. So that comes up around, kind of goes in there. That bit goes in there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you can see that. And then get our ultra thin cement and just put a little dab in there. It's really just to hold it into position. I'll put a dab there. It's coming out. Ooh, shit. That's no good. Oh well, just looks quite oily now. We'll see how that goes actually. That might not have been such a good way to do it. Anyway, where's my small forceps? I don't know. Oh, there they are. Yeah. Is that them? No. Screw it. I'll just use these. Yeah, push you in there. That's it. Whoop. Yeah. That's okay. I might make the paint that I've already painted run a bit. Again, argument for painting after the fact. Hopefully that will hold nicely. Alright, so that's gone in there like so. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint that, I think, this Vallejo gunmetal, because it's I was mixing it up before. I was mixing up this gunmetal color by combining, if you remember from the previous video, some chrome silver and some dark iron, but I can't be bothered doing that anymore. So I just bought some straight up gunmetal, and hopefully that'll be a pretty close match to what I've already pre-mixed and used. Actually, that glue hasn't done too much trouble whatsoever, now that I look at it. So I'm going to go in and put some more. just to make sure that this particular component is well and truly cemented in. Now we're just going to leave that, let it do its thing and dry off. Now a couple of other bits that I can show you that I don't know if I've shown in a previous video, but I've kind of airbrushed the tanks now, and so they're going to go pretty well into sort of that spot there. They should fit in quite nicely. We've done like all the dry fits, so that should sit in there on that side like that. That's the starboard coolant tank. Then we've got the supercharger, which needs to go in on the other side. Then, let's take this chap out again. There we go. So that needs a little bit, they need a little bit more painting as well. They're quite nice and secure now. That's going well. I could almost probably paint those. And then that's, for the most part, pretty much most of the engine done. Then there's the, oh yeah, there's the exhausts. Now, the exhausts are these parts here. These parts here. So that's going to be the next, let's see if I can show you on the instructions. That's these parts here, which I'm going to need to remove and then glue in. Now, if we refer back to our manual, we can kind of see that they're also a bit of a gunmetal color, but I've done a 109 before and painted them kind of like a rust red color. Let me think. Let me see. Do we have any other color illustrations that are close up of the exhausts? Could be a bit tricky to find. Yeah, so here we've got another close-up of the exhausts here, and you can see they're kind of that dark. I might do them a dark iron, to be brutally honest. I don't think I'll do them a rust red color. I'll do them a dark iron color. I think that's going to work. See, there's one of the coolant tanks that I was just pointing out that I've painted. This one's kind of painted in a pale blue color. You got, looks like the spot for the supercharger there, and various pipe work. So okay, there's the engine block there. Okay, so I think what I'll probably do is I'll paint those a gunmetal, or I should say dark iron, something like this, I reckon. That's going to be a nice color for those exhausts. And yeah, and then so once that's done, once they're together, and that's going to be pretty much the engine done. I may not get a chance to do too much more shortly. I'll upload this video, and then that'll be it for now until at least a couple of weeks, because I'm heading off for a while to go away on holiday. So I will be back with more, probably, of the engine in the next video, if I don't see you or talk to you before then. But I may do so. I may show you a bit of the painting work that I do on this one as I do the pipes that I've just glued in. Alright, so until next time, thank you for watching.